A former Newport police officer learned his fate today. Christopher Hayes pleaded guilty, admitting to using cash from his police union for personal expenses. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Pleiner was at the sentencing and joins us now with more on what Hayes had to say today. Jared?
Well, Steve, the charge here was wire fraud, and as part of the sentence, this longtime officer and detective must pay back his union. Former Newport Police Sergeant Chris Hayes entering federal court in Providence, noting it is not his best day. Cameras not allowed inside. The 49-year-old longtime cop and ex-head of his police union sentenced to 6 months in prison and 6 months of home confinement for taking about $71,000 for personal expenses over 5 years from the Fraternal Order of Police Newport Lodge 8. What does he say to the people of Newport and to his fellow officers?
He's apologized, and he's apologized profusely to them about what has transpired and his shortcomings.
Hayes doing so in court, saying he let his family down and he isn't beyond failure. The judge, noting disgraced State Rep Ray Gallison stood here weeks ago, said Hayes has done good things, but the public trust is front and center, and he's held to a higher standard.
My client was a law enforcement officer. So I was a law enforcement officer in my first life, so I understand that.
Hayes admitting to, among other things, using a union credit card to pay for personal expenses and to making personal credit card payments from the union account. As for why he did it, Guntar's saying that's protected by attorney-client privilege. We asked about any public perception this white-collar sentence is too light.
6 months to serve is not leniency, in my opinion.
While he had faced a maximum of 20 years in prison, the U.S. Attorney's Office telling us the sentence falls within the guidelines. The government had asked for 12 months behind bars. Keep in mind the defense had asked for probation. New at 6 o'clock, we have letters sent to the judge in defense of Chris Hayes, and we'll tell you what some of them had to say new next hour. For now, live in Providence, I'm Jared Pleiner, Eyewitness News.
We're learning more details tonight about the longtime Newport police sergeant sentenced to prison time after taking cash from his police union.
This is a story we've been tracking for months, and we were in federal court this morning as Hayes learned his punishment. He pleaded guilty, admitting to using the money for his personal expenses. Tonight, we're learning several people wrote letters showing their support for Hayes.
Eyewitness News reporter Jared Pleiner is live outside federal court in Providence with more. Jared.
Well, Stephen, Caroline, at 5 o'clock, we brought you more on his attorney's reaction to this wire fraud conviction. But as you say, among other things, Hayes admitting to using a union credit card to pay personal expenses and using union funds to pay his personal credit card. Former Newport Police Sergeant Chris Hayes on his sentencing for committing a federal crime.
How you feeling? Been better?
No cameras allowed in federal court. The 49-year-old seasoned cop and ex-head of his police union getting 6 months in prison and 6 months of home confinement for taking about $71,000 for personal expenses from his local Fraternal Order of Police Lodge.
My client was stoic. My client was prepared for whatever the court gave as the punishment, and he accepts it. He accepted the responsibility for this from the beginning.
Eyewitness News with letters tonight from family, friends, and former co-workers calling Hayes a good man, a good cop. His wife writing, he has accepted responsibility for his actions, which I know and have seen firsthand the regret, sorrow, and embarrassment he has brought upon himself. At least one former cop arguing Hayes was trying to help officers in need, but lacked documentation. One writing, I find it difficult to believe the accusations made against Chris by certain members, all of who benefited from the use of union funds, are even an issue. The real issue is the lack of control and accountability by the entire union body and executive board, not Chris Hayes. And Hayes did apologize in the courtroom today. He had faced up to 20 years in prison, but the U.S. Attorney's Office telling us this sentence falls within the guidelines. Now, we reached out to Newport City Solicitor today to ask if this conviction has any impact at all on Hayes' pension, again using public dollars. Our calls to the solicitor today went unreturned. Live in Providence tonight, I'm Jared Pleiner, Eyewitness News.